welcome to episode 3 of VoidCast. Yay!
This is going to be the most cursed episode.
Good. I'm in charge, as it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Today,
for sure.
we are reading Bears and Trees fanfiction.
Yeah.
You can't see me, but I'm shaking my head.
Shaking my...
Shaking my SMH.
I think we all are.
I'm
Yeah,
shaking my
honestly,
SMH.
I think this was simultaneously the worst and best idea we've ever had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Amel. What? Fuck.
No, fuck.
I'm 16. Go by she, her. Fun fear. I know a lot of people said the ocean, but that's genuinely one of my biggest fears.
Yes, join the club.
And Muppets and people who say Primark instead of Primark.
Oh, that's a good one.
From my experience,
Oh, that is
they're
a
all
very bad one.
homophobes.
Primark? I don't like that.
Yeah, neither do I.
Primark. No,
Gross.
bad.
I'm Beth.
I'm Emma.
I'm Holly, Southern Edition.
I'm Holly, Superior Edition.
Riley.
Oh, Marley. I realised it was me.
I'm Boo.
Okay, so as I've already said, we are reading fanfiction today. I was in charge of the episode, so apologies that it won't be as good as last week.
It's going to be chaotic.
Chaos.
We have a cast list because we're that advanced. I'm going to play in the role of Nick. Emma is going to be Callum. The less superior Holly is going to. I can't say that laughing. Other Holly is playing Ian. Riley is playing George. Beth is narrating the first fanfiction, and B is narrating the second fanfiction. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Callum, I'm gonna apologize for the accent that's gonna come out of my mouth. Yes. Just gonna apologize right off the bat for that
So
one.
funny.
It's gonna be brilliant. Couple of disclaimers before we start. Well, first of all, we asked the band if they wanted, like, if they would be okay if we did this, and they said yes. We wouldn't have done
Specifically
it.
Don't cancel us.
Yeah, we got permission
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
that.
Specifically as Callum.
Okay.
So.
Cancel Nick instead. He deserves it.
Yeah. If they weren't
Lord.
comfortable with it, we wouldn't have done it.
Mhm.
But they gave us their explicit permission, so we're doing it. And another thing, we need to establish that we are not trying to be mean. There's no malicious intent. We're not trying to be like, haha, look at this terrible fanfiction, it's so bad. Oh my god, it's just we're just trying to be funny. That's literally it.
Trying to. Trying.
Yeah.
Emphasis
So
on
we
trying.
don't mean it.
Disclaimer, it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not. It's actually not
Yeah.
bad. If there was
Yeah,
more, I'd read it. But it's just
Yeah.
you know, it's good, isn't it? We just think we're really funny, so we're gonna try and make a podcast episode out of it. Yeah, many apologies to the authors of the fan fiction for ruining what you've created.
Yeah. We're about
So-
to massacre this.
This will be fun.
The first fanfic is called Nights Like These.
Void song.
A
Yay!
woo!
Fucking course we found this.
10 out of 10 for the title.
Absolutely. Points
Already a
straight off the
10 out
bat.
of 10.
If you want to find this, we'll probably tweet the links at some point. But this was on Archive of Our Own, I think.
Yeah, this one was.
Yeah, it was. Okay. So we're gonna read through it, and then we're gonna just stop at random points and
Yep.
talk.
I can't
Okay,
wait.
Emma, whenever you're ready.
Oh god, okay. Everybody's gonna laugh at my accent, I can't do it. Okay, I'm ready. I got this. This is so bad. Okay, I've got it. I don't know if I can say I don't know if I can say half of these words and not lose. Stop laughing. If you laugh, it's gonna be so much worse. I'll start laughing, and if I laugh, it's gone.
Not bad.
Okay. Oh no. See that? All right. I've got it. No. See, I can't do it because I'm thinking about it.
Okay, everybody Google themselves whilst Emma talks.
Just write a Fall Out Boy lyric or something. If they're your soulmate, they'll get the reference.
Callum insists, poking Nick in the side.
I just wrote flirty Callum.
I mean, you're not wrong, because, like, do you
Yeah.
poke people in the side if you're not flirting? Okay, the problem is I'm just gonna have to keep the accent now for the rest of this episode,
Method
so
acting.
big apologies. Big
Becoming
apologies.
one of us now.
Yeah, I'm just one of the Brits now. It's me.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Right.
I don't think I even want to find my soulmate. They write their grocery list on their arm and they buy some weird shit.
Nick retorts, tired of having this conversation for the millionth time.
Besides, I don't have anything to write that won't be super annoying.
Callum, the annoying bastard he is, produces
That's-
a black dry erase marker from seemingly nowhere.
Yeah, I like that Nick says, I don't want to write with anything annoying, and then Callum just produces a fucking... First of all, who has a dry erase
Sharpie.
marker in their pocket?
obviously.
That's gonna get all over your clothes.
Yeah.
I know. It's going to be an absolute nightmare to clean off.
Why would
Yeah.
you
I don't want to be
wrong
annoying.
anyway?
I'm just going to write on my body with permanent marker or something. Like,
Well,
what?
But dry erase marker is not permanent marker. It's not the same thing as Sharpie.
Oh, yeah, true.
I mean,
But
yeah,
still.
go big or go
I
home.
could see having a Sharpie in your pocket, but a dry erase marker, no.
Also, I would like to point out that the annoying bastard he is underlined, and I think that's very funny.
Yeah.
It's the most
Well, I
important
also
part.
wrote for legal reasons we need to mention this because it's amazing. The annoying
I
bastard he is.
I
It's
just feel
oh.
that's an accurate description of Callum.
Yeah, that line alone, it deserves like the literary equivalent of an Oscar.
For legal reasons, I am joking,
Yeah.
but also I'm not joking.
Is she joking? Is she not joking?
I don't know. I like to stay mysterious. I love it. I think what's gonna make this even funnier is just the fact that I can't consistently keep an accent either, so it's just very all over the place.
That's what makes it special.
Woo.
I'm special.
So it continues. Why the bloody hell do you have a dry erase marker?
Why wouldn't I?
Whatever.
Nick snatches the marker away and in his neatest handwriting writes, "Would you rather be a widow or a divorcee?" before giving the marker back.
I'm just thinking now, like, what nerd? Oh, he's gonna write it in his neatest handwriting. Bless him.
Accurate.
Well, you know, they have to be able to read it.
True. I like the reference as well that the widow or divorcee, because Nick put on Tumblr a little bit ago. That was the first thing he ever said to Ian in history. No, Ian said it to Nick in history. I think.
Cute.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the only reason I wrote haha funny reference to that thing Nick said on Tumblr.
Haha.
I was wondering.
Okay, this like till the end is the bit of the fanfic that confuses me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of what's going on.
It
No,
gets
neither do I.
real confusing
so
real
strange.
quick.
Yeah.
Right, are we continuing?
Yes.
I think we should.
Right. Narrator.
Mere moments later, words start slowly appearing on Callum's skin.
Ian is writing you.
Nick says, looking at his fingernails.
Nick, it's the lyric after the one you wrote.
Callum exclaims, voice cracking slightly with barely concealed heartbreak.
Aww.
This is what I don't understand. Is he in love with Nick? Because
Who knows?
I don't get
No,
it.
I think because Ian's handwriting shows up on Callum, right? So that means that
Spoilers.
Callum. No, they've just told us that. They've literally just told us that. That's not a spoiler. We
wait,
just
no,
read that bit.
That's fine.
So that would make Callum Ian's soulmate, right? But
Yeah.
if Nick's handwriting is on Ian, then that makes Ian Nick's soulmate and not Callum's soulmate. So, you know, if
what
you
is
think
this?
someone's your soulmate and then you find out they're not your soulmate, I would assume that would be sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, that makes sense. See, it says here, it's the lyric after the one you wrote, but Nick just wrote, "Would you rather be a widow or divorcee?" So is that song lyric? Did I miss that?
Wait, let me Google.
Is it Fall Out Boy? Because the first line is right, Fall Out Boy lyric.
Yeah, it's a Fall Out Boy song.
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
the
it's
take
like
over,
Breaks
the
Over.
breaks
Oh.
Okay.
I'm a fake stan. I'm not a Fall Out Boy stan.
Someone
Please
called the
don't
We
Fall
don't
Out Boy
like Fall Out
stars
Boy
are going to
I'm
fans.
like
cancel
a
us.
small
We don't
Fall
like
Out Boy stan.
I feel like we're in dangerous territory here. Let's move on very quickly.
Yeah, let's move on.
Wait, hang on. I was about to say something. What was I going to say?
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, neither do I. We've got to talk to him about this.
Oh, Nick says, standing up and pulling out his phone to call Ian and find out where he is.
Fantastic.
Also, I nearly said Nikki.
Nikki!
So close.
I was wondering because you kind of stuttered over his name.
Yeah.
Nikki says.
My favourite member of Bears in Trees. Nikki and Callie M.
Callie, cool guy Cal.
Hell yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Can you see the annotation? If I'm like going along and making annotations as we go, can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why we were laughing because we could
I thought it
see you
was, but I
typing
wanted to check.
bloody hell Dora the Explorer over here.
Yeah.
Do y'all even have Dora the Explorer?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Just
my
wondering.
childhood. But before we derail into Dora the Explorer, I just wanted to say that because he's like, "Oh, we've got to find out," and then I can imagine like from a superhero film or something. It's like an action scene where they're just running
Dora
through
the
the city.
Explorer,
Slow
though.
motion, then run into the shop.
Or like Dora the Explorer, because she's like, "Oh, we got to
She
get
does
this
explore.
sword
Pulls out her map.
over the mountain."
No, she pulls out her map. She.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick pulls out a map and is like, "Look, Callum, where do you see Ian on the map?"
Does that mean Callum
Nick
Boots?
pulls out a map, the annoying bastard he is.
Yeah. Sounds right.
That's
Sounds right.
character development.
Yeah. I like that. Let's reread it.
All right, next bit. It says, "Okay, he said he's with George, so it should be super easy to find them."
Nick says as he and Callum walk into the Starbucks. They both glance around, spotting Ian and George at a table in the corner and walking over. Ian looks up and smiles at Callum.
Your writing finally started showing up on me.
He says, showing his arm.
Not quite.
Nick says, holding out his own arm and watching the cogs turn in Ian's head.
That's weird. And who the hell has Callum's writing?
Ian asks, sounding a little
Oh no, I
defeated.
didn't sound defeated.
No.
Shaking my head, really? Callum pulls out his marker and doodles a quick heart on his arm. George's eyes nearly pop out of his head as he pulls his sleeve up, revealing the same heart.
Well, fuck.
He mumbles, taking the marker.
I love it.
George has one line.
Two lines.
Jesus.
Nick watches in not quite shock as the circle George draws mirrors itself on Nick's own skin.
What the hell does this mean?
He asks, sighing.
I guess we all gotta date each other. That sounds easier than trying to figure this out.
Callum suggests nervously. The other three respond with nods and words of agreement.
Can we talk about how Callum immediately goes to polyamory?
She got this like
They're all
4-way.
each other's soulmates. Or like cute.
Callum immediately
This is weird.
I
is
really
like,
want to read the. I really want to read the next chapters where they just write really awkward dates between all of them.
Oh,
This is awful
No.
for date.
I guess they would be their OT4.
Right, okay, so I tried to make sense of the whole thing. So I wrote Ian writes something that appears on Callum's arm. Callum's appears on George's.
That's not right.
Is it not?
Oh no, it's right. Just kidding. It's
Yeah.
right. It's right. It's right. You're
Callum's
right. Keep
appears on
going.
George's appears on Nick's.
Yeah,
But
that's
that
right.
doesn't even make the slightest bit of sense
No,
to
that's
me.
so confusing.
Also, it's like, oh yeah, George's eyes pop out of his head, and it's like, can you feel? Can you feel the writing appearing on your skin? Because
That doesn't make sense because before Nick has to point out to Callum that Ian's writing him, which means that Callum can't feel it when
Yeah,
Ian's
I
writing.
love that Callum's so oblivious.
But
Notice.
but George's is under his sleeve, and he reacts to it before pulling his sleeve up
He's
to
like,
see
oh,
it.
shit,
Yeah.
fuck,
So
no.
does that
It's an
mean that George
inconsistency
can
in the
feel
fic.
it, but Callum can't
I
feel it?
think what it was.
What
Maybe
does
it
that
was
I think
like
what it was that
George just gets no homo
he
alarms in his head.
probably hasn't really gotten anyone's writing. Assuming that that's what's happened, he didn't get anyone's writing, so he pulled up his sleeve just to make sure that it wasn't him.
Mm.
Wait,
Maybe.
you know what I'm confused about though? Is that Ian says, Callum, your writing finally started showing up on me, which implies that Callum has tried to write Ian before and it's never showed up.
So
Yeah.
That's so
then maybe-
cute.
So did George never notice before that he was getting Callum's
he may
writing?
not have.
Wait, maybe
It's so confusing.
maybe
don't
Ian's
know.
was showing up on Callum, but Callum's wasn't going back, and
Right.
Ian was sad about it.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
it
but
takes a while
Callum's-
to develop. It's like you need to know the person. Maybe Callum's demisexual,
Maybe.
and then it's like he needs to know the person really well.
But
The stronger his bond, the more.
I
I don't know.
guess.
This is just me pulling at straws.
you're just trying to
You're
find
just trying to
Look
something
at
to
these
think
tiny
about.
straws.
Not to point out plot holes, but that just struck me as something that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
And,
that's everything. That's
Does that mean that George never tried to write his soulmate before? Because
Hmm.
I don't know.
That's sad.
no, but
It's
actually,
so
because Nick gets
confusing.
Nick gets. So George writes his shopping list on his arm. That seems very uncharacteristic. That seems very out of character.
Yeah.
feel like
What's
Ian
on
would do
George's
that.
shopping list? Just like drumsticks.
Yeah, and he's
Drumsticks.
and it's weird things. So that I was like, oh, that sounds like Ian.
Yeah.
But see,
I don't know what
think
George would write on his arm.
all these plot
I
holes.
feel like
get
this would be like
solved.
a singular role.
I feel like I'm buying one roll of the store today.
Remember, George doesn't have arms; he has drumsticks.
Yeah.
So maybe
Wait a
how's he
minute.
writing on his
That's
arm then?
The whole thing doesn't
Conspiracy.
make sense now.
Well, that's why he's not writing on his arm. 'Cause he's got drumsticks.
You've blown this whole case
That's
wide
why-
open.
He was surprised and his eyes popped out of his face.
That's an expression.
I imagined it like in The Mask, where like at one point his eyes just pop out of his face, like proper pop out of his face.
No.
His eyes just fall out and land on the table.
No,
I don't like that at all.
I don't like the image I just got.
He said, "I pretend I do not see it." Honestly, though, if I want there to be more because I would read it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's funny. It's
Yeah,
not. No, it's not funny. It's like I don't know.
he gets
I
some
just-
quirky
I just want to
situations
know
out
who
of
ends
it.
up with who. Who gets
Yeah.
their heart broken?
We've already
Who
figured
parts
it out.
ways?
They're all together.
Yeah.
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 We talk about the actual the AU concept itself because there are so many out there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I just feel like the
I
writing
feel
things
like
on
this
art,
is a
I don't-
popular one.
It's a pretty
Yeah,
sweet
it's a
one.
really popular one.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of the nicer ones. Like there's definitely significantly worse AUs.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. There is also, yeah. I don't know. Okay, here's a question: if you were to write Bears and Trees fan fiction, which a soulmate AU would you use?
Ooh.
If that's
There's
what you're
loads of
writing.
them, isn't there?
I think oh my god, the one where the first thing you say to the soulmate would be like that one, and there'd be the Fall Out Boy quote.
Oh.
Yes.
Aw. That's kind of nice.
I'm gonna go with where they can't see any color, and then when they meet the soulmate.
Oh, I actually love that
I
one.
like
That one's
And
such
you could
a.
call it like Icy Blue or something.
Wait, that's the name of the fanfic. It's just ice.
That was
Oh my
And
God.
also with that
Genius.
one, you can do the whole thing where like person A doesn't tell person B, and it's
Oh, yeah.
like there's a big
True.
confession.
Oh yes.
Why don't we do this?
Right, we gotta get right. Next episode will be VoidCast like rights fan fiction.
Can we? Can we actually? That would be
Please.
so funny. I've seen one where it's everybody in the world has a unique tattoo, or like on
Oh,
their
yeah.
ankle
Oh,
or leg
yes.
or something, and then their soulmate has a matching one.
You
I
know,
just think that's cool.
related to that, the one where it's like you have a mark, like where your soulmate touches you for the first time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And then like it really sucks when you like have like your hand because they like shook your hand or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the ones where, like the first words they've said to each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah,
one.
these are really
But that one's
cute.
kind of boring. There's better ones.
But it's also like funny when they give them like something like
Something
like,
mundane, so it could be
Yeah.
like anybody.
well, that, or like when they give them something that's like so like what was one of them was like I don't know why I remember this, but one that I read was like a spoiler for a movie, and so then when the person saw the movie and then
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
and then heard someone saying the spoiler for the movie, they were like, "It was fucking you" or something like that, very
Yeah, big
dramatic and
shout.
loud and angry, and it was
Yeah.
so. I was like, that's how hard. Can you imagine having that tattooed on you for your whole life?
Yeah.
It'd be amazing. What do you mean?
Yeah.
There's another
Yeah.
one, and it's I can't. It's like there's a counter on your wrist, and it's the amount of time you get till you meet your soulmate. Imagine like
Yeah.
you're counting down, and then like it counts down, and you're at 0, and you wait for this moment your whole life, like in the middle of a busy school corridor.
Oh my god.
But in year 7, I would actually cry. That would be so bad.
That would make me so anxious, like just watching the time tick
Just
down.
watching
Like,
it
Yeah.
tick down, like oh god.
So it's also that one where you have the name of your soulmate like on you, but then all
Yeah.
their names are really like basic, like Callum, Nick, George, Ian.
Yeah.
They're kind of like
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Ian's got 2 eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I feel like the name thing, like, when it's a basic name, it's much harder to find it. But then you look at, like, the uniquer
Yeah.
names, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is easy. The simpler ones make it much harder, I think, personally, if you were to use the concept.
Well, yeah.
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 This
Do you
is
guys want
much
to move
off
on to
topic.
the second one? Yeah, let's get back on topic. Fanfic 2. Fanfic 2 is called Dreaming Red, and then I wrote AKA Nick's mental breakdown, #Nikki get to therapy. Okay, this one was on Wattpad, so you know it's automatically
Oh, yeah.
worse.
This one makes me
Worse.
so uncomfortable, and I can't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
why.
It's
I'm
because
glad
it's
it's not
really
just me,
well
though.
written.
That could be it, yeah. It's just how well
I
written
think
it
that's
is.
why. It's
Yeah.
because it's like
It's just more realistic. I can
Mhm.
see it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the first one like felt like silly
It's
and
just
fun,
like,
and like
Yeah.
this one
Yeah.
feels like
It
very.
didn't make
angsty.
sense. It was like you didn't have to take it
Right.
seriously.
This one is
Yeah.
angsty.
Yeah, this one's kind of mean too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
honestly.
What is me?
Yeah, there's like one particularly mean, very mean line that I don't like.
Yeah. I don't agree with that line.
I mean, we can I have many thoughts on this fan fiction. I suppose we can discuss afterwards.
All right,
But
Okay.
Yeah.
hit us, narrator.
Trying to think of something good to write was like waiting for plants to grow. Nick couldn't really seem to focus on anything. His head felt heavy, his eyelids kept falling shut, but he tried to keep himself awake. His hand, in which he held a pen, hovered over the paper, unable to put his thoughts into words, unable to write anything down. He thought of everything he had thought of had been written by someone before. He just couldn't think of anything original.
Aww.
Like,
See,
that's
seriously-
so sad. Like, we've started so
know.
sad right off the bat.
I
Like, this is
know.
Very
such a big shift in
in like
Tone.
atmosphere.
tone, atmosphere,
Yeah.
mood, all the
It
things.
set the tone really well.
I wrote okay felt this though because like one of the reasons that I don't like this fanfic is because I can't relate to it because I'm not in a band, but I
You kind of can't relate to
am I
it in
making
a
any
sense.
sense?
Yeah.
It's
you
like,
know what, you just know what I mean.
yeah.
Frustrated, Nick put the pen down and ran his finger through his dark curls. Wasn't this all pointless anyway? Why would anyone want to listen to his band anyway? 4 boys from London, none of which
Oh.
were exceptionally talented.
No.
I don't.
No,
I
that's a lie.
hate.
This was mean.
This is
It's
horrible.
really mean. Like, I get
Like,
what they're trying to do.
Yeah, like, I understand that that's supposed to be like his internal dialogue, and like that's what he thinks of them. But like,
It's mean.
I'm just like, oi, ah.
like
I'm not
I
having
remember, like when I like read through this the first time, and I like read that, I was like, no, don't
Yeah.
write
Yeah.
that. Like,
We
don't put
have
those
that here.
don't put those words in writing. I
We
don't
could
care.
change
No.
it to 4 boys from London, all of which are exceptionally talented.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ugh. This was nothing but a waste of time. I think that was supposed to be time, but
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely meant to be time, I'd assume.
if he hadn't focused on this stupid band, so much, maybe his A-levels would have been better. If he hadn't been sitting here trying to write lyrics for 2.5 fucking hours. Jesus, calm down. Okay. He might have
Take a chill pill.
he might have been halfway through his essay already.
Stay in drugs, don't do school.
Okay.
Like, just, I feel like every sentence we're just getting heavier.
It is getting
It was so angsty.
2.5
I'm like, what?
fucking hours. Alright,
How old is he
Jesus.
in this? Like,
Tone
what,
it
he's in
down,
his
mate.
A-levels, so he'd be 18, 19? Like, calm down. That's something a 12-year-old would do.
Wait, but then I think he's meant to be older. Because read the next line.
But he didn't want to give up. He wanted this ever since he was a teenager.
Oh,
well,
poo.
being a teenager
Was
might
A-levels,
be for some
so-
people, like their earlier teenage
Oh
years
yeah.
kind of thing. So I think that's probably what the author meant.
Yeah.
But he's wanted this.
It says
What,
he's already done his A-levels.
What?
Yes, he's probably like early after.
I'd say like 18 to 20,
Mhm.
kind of.
Yeah.
Writing songs, releasing albums, playing on a stage in front of people. But in that moment, all of that seemed so unreachable. All the recognition they had gotten from people so far would fade. They weren't making any real money. It wouldn't work out. Oh, yeah.
I'll cry. I'll do it right now. I'll
That makes me
cry.
sad because it's like it's one of those things that are
But,
out of
like,
reach.
It's kind of accurate though. Like, Nick has talked about more than once. Like, I don't feel like we're a real band and stuff. And obviously we're all like, everyone shut up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like credit to the author for like making. It's kind of
Bit
realistic.
realistic.
Look at them now,
Right,
selling out
yeah.
shows.
Oh,
No.
Ooh, they're amazing.
way.
Amazing, and I'll fight them if they say otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am literally going to beat.
Woo, Manchester!
I will hit you. How many times can I threaten to hit Callum before they get banned?
I'm gonna guess it's a lot.
I'm so sorry.
The dark-haired boy pressed the palms of his hands to his eyes, elbows propped up on the table. Then he crumbled the paper he was trying to write on and threw it in the dustbin. Yeah. That is, in fact, Frosted Tips Erasure. I don't know who wrote that, but yeah.
Frosted Tips
I
Erasure.
don't know why, but like describing someone as like the dark-haired boy, that I don't know why that makes me uncomfortable and it bothers me. But
I don't
It's
like
very
it.
Dan and Phil.
Mhm.
All the fan fictions had like
It is
the
very
brown-haired
dark,
boy.
though. I don't like it.
yeah.
You need to get spicy and mix it up, like how you describe people when you write stuff. Like,
Yeah, I mean, if you wrote Nick all the time, it would get
Nikki.
a bit repetitive. Nikki.
Yeah, no, I
there's a
like
few
get
Nickies
that,
in there. I mean,
but I just hate that particular way of describing
Yeah.
people,
Mm.
like by their hair color.
Mm. yeah.
Slowly, he felt a hot tear run down his cheek. Okay, who?
That's so sad.
Who did that?
I
added
don't like that.
That feeling when you
No.
get deep on main.
That's kind of
We've
weird.
reached Emma's very uncomfortable point.
Yeah.
His thoughts were running wild. All of his fears were building up like a mountain in front of him that he didn't have the energy to climb. Yeah, that is okay. I don't know who commented that, but yes, it is very nice writing.
Yeah, it's nice.
Shakily, he reached for his phone, unlocked it, and dialed the first number that popped up on the screen. To answer the question here, because he dials Ian's number as and types it in, bit rude that he doesn't have it saved, to be honest. Even if you're typing someone's number, like you can type up someone's name and it's technically dialing someone's number, but
I kind of took it
That's
as it's like
true.
the last person you rang.
mhm.
Yeah, I think.
I just took it as he just typed in his number and started ringing them because I just thought it was funny.
Yes. Okay.
He just doesn't.
Hello?
I heard Ian's sleepy voice say after a few beeps from the phone speaker.
Nick, it's 3 a.m. Why aren't you in bed?
I mean,
I'm gonna
this
I'm
commentary.
gonna read off this because this is hilarious. Ian, why are you awake? You're meant to be having an asthma attack, remember? You're supposed to be coughing all through the day and it won't stop despite the medicine until 3 a.m. the next morning. Ha 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 ha. I'm fucking hilarious, me.
I like that not only does it say all of that, but then it says, haha, I'm fucking hilarious, me. Like, I love the me at the end, really. It adds to it.
Brings the whole sentence
Yeah.
together.
My brain is massive.
I just okay.
Oh, sure.
That feeling when you've woken up and it's 4 a.m. and you can't breathe again. Huh?
That was me this morning. It's okay.
No.
Isn't that just Emma and B every day?
Yeah. I am up at 4 a.m. every day.
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
It's okay. Everything's okay.
I just realized that it's 3:21 p.m. here and I've been awake for 12 hours.
Are you good?
No. Is it what?
What are you typing?
Nick's an ice.
Oh no, chemistry.
Jesus.
Wait, we need to have. Oh yeah.
I need to try and read all of these comments because they're like the best part of this.
Yeah.
Holly's commentary makes this so much fun.
That's
It
good.
makes it less
I tried
awkward.
very hard.
Yeah, it does make it so much less awkward.
Are we going to continue now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could hear
no.
himself, but it sounded different, unstable. So he didn't say anything for the fear his voice might break. Bless him. If you're reading this,
Aww.
If you're reading this, send
Help.
it. Jesus. The problem is that your commentary being read by B as
Makes it
narration
sound like
makes it sound like it's part of it.
yeah,
And it's not.
it's not.
So it's so.
Should be.
This is gonna sound so whack.
Whack. I love that
Whack.
word.
I'm sorry, I say whack a lot.
Ian spoke softer this time.
Nick, are you okay?
Nick shook his head no, but remembering
Holly, you need to hold on. Holly, read the commentary you just wrote. Because I know it was you.
Yeah, this has all been me. What do you mean? I'm genius. Okay, I wrote, wait, shit, Ian, say no homo, quick, because that was really fucking gay. For legal
So
reasons,
bad.
that was a joke. Boys should be able to be affectionate with their friends without being called gay, but that went quite far now.
Jesus Christ. You go like, oh, I'm joking, and then you just dig your hole deeper.
Yeah.
Get
No, I
yourself
am definitely joking.
again.
I am not phone.
Here at the board, we like to make our problems worse.
I don't think any of us are straight,
no.
so it'd be a little hard to be homophobic.
That would be
Yeah.
so funny.
Have any straights?
Nick shook his head no, but remembering Ian couldn't see him.
Duh, Nick, you idiot.
Oh, Nick.
By the way, idiots in capital letters.
And so was
That was
duh.
Same brain, Emma. Same brain.
We all have one brain cell. I don't know what you're talking about.
He changed his mind and answered, yeah, I just can't.
No. Don't read the dialogue.
Wait, is it me?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
on
It's-
hang on.
yeah.
Yeah, I just can't sleep, wanting to see if you're still awake. And that's the end.
Aw.
Yeah,
Bye.
that's the end. That's it.
Why are
Damn, way to
which
leave us
one's
on a
the
cliffhanger.
I want to read more, but I don't want to read more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I want to
personally-
see where it goes, but I don't.
I would like
Honestly,
someone to
that,
just give me a synopsis. Like, I don't want to read it. It makes me
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable. But I don't
Yeah.
like that I don't
I wanna
know.
know
I
what
want to see
happens
where
next.
it goes, but I don't
Yeah.
want to read it.
at the same time,
Yeah.
I do reckon that
Mm.
Ian comforting Nick would be some wholesome content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
agree.
yeah, definitely.
So I wrote some thoughts at the end of the thing, which was just kind of my more, to be honest. And I wrote, I think it's uncomfortable to
Yeah.
read because if this was about one of my friends, I would literally not read it. I would just
No,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
because I know the person so well, and it's like because we don't know Nick, we don't know Bears and Trees.
We don't know them personally, but
No.
I mean, like,
like, fun.
yeah, we don't know them personally, but I feel like we're close to them as fans as like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
your average.
It says a fan base and them interact so much.
we're lucky that
Yeah,
they
I mean,
do
it doesn't
interact
really-
with us
Yeah.
at
It
that
doesn't feel like
level.
we're fans. It feels like everyone's just kind of big friends, and we all
Yeah.
just
Yes, the Sandwich is a
happen
big
to
friend
like the
group.
same-
Aw.
Yeah, which is why I feel so weird reading it because it's like I don't want to read that about someone I know.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like you're kind of, it's one of those things that you're like, you seem close with a person because they open up about it, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Why? Sandbox Corner update. So Discord day. Bears and Trees had a Kahoot, and Sadie had won. Emma is now officially Queen of the Sandbox. Ian serenaded the Sandbox. Bit said that they liked VoidCast episode 2. There is new music coming soon. Callum made a candle. We sold out another show. We need to normalize boys in crop tops. Please note that that is in all caps. But yes, normalize boys in crop tops. Good Rhymes' 3-year birthday is coming up. That's all that seems to be updated for now. Come back next week.
yeah. Okay, thank you for watching this horrible episode of VoidCast. See, I'll be surprised if anyone comes back for the next episode, and I'm gonna say that's not my fault, even though it is. Anything else you want to say?
Stream on the stuff.
Stream on everything. Woo!
I don't know.
Extreme Bears and Trees and Death Pony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tweet us your thoughts, any opinions.
We're gonna have a word like last time, or do we have one last time? I don't know.
Wait, can we go with tweet us Callum, that annoying bastard he is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tweet us that. Bit more whole, but also not really.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Tschüss.